Hello everyone, my Senria here, and thank you for tuning into this episode. It's different to our usual. I mean, we are talking about the future of the channel today, looking at what I've done in this past year and how I want to take this channel and turn it into the dream I always had for it, which is showcasing my writing, my fantasy worlds in the Nexus. So I thought we could do this while I'm just in our world of beautiful Gozo. We're still on season 2, just finish up the industrial area, and I need to check the poll actually to see which area we will start next week. But I feel that first it makes sense to talk about what is the Nexus that I mentioned in the short yesterday. And the Nexus is a project I've worked on for the last 15 or so years of my life. It's a big fantasy universe. It seems to grow every year with new worlds, new concepts, new places, new types of magic. And I was never really in a position to, or I never really knew the best ways to launch the project. How do you get it out there? You know, it was 15 years ago. I was still, well, 16 years old, 15 at the time. And so I have books. I have many short stories. I have scripts for podcasts that never got made in this universe. And making this channel has helped me reach the point where I want it all to come out into the world. And the reason Minecraft helped me is, funnily enough, it was this beautiful world. After what, maybe a decade of not playing this game, I loaded it up one day because I just felt the urge to build, and it brought me into the spawn over there. And as soon as I walked over and saw this island, I kind of knew that I had to start recording. It felt like this could be a story in itself. And then over this past year, the concept of using Minecraft to tell fantasy stories kind of solidified in my mind. So I'm very interested to see where I can take it in the coming years. I envision most of the series to be worlds that might not necessarily ever have books written about them, or if they do, they'd be very short stories in compendiums. So it allows people to experience stories in a different way, of course. You're getting to see it visually be built, and then once the building phase is over, you get a video about the history of what has been built and the people who live there. And especially with some of the other series, I do have entire stories written that we will build and showcase and develop. So then going into Gozo, I suppose. So going back and looking a bit more into this series is never going to go away. This was the first series we ever did, and I don't want to change up the format of it. I think long play suits it well, because the stories I want to tell for this world will be very different. I don't envision long overarching stories with wars and things, at least not right now. They could change down the line as we build up more. But I do envision this of being a way that I can work on writing stories around individuals. You know, I can talk about the people who live in these places and their daily lives and their interactions and, you know, village scandals that could have happened. So this allows me to practice different ways of writing. And of course, I will keep up the streams for this, and I will keep the long play. And then every now and then we're gonna make videos about the people and the place that we built up for here. So that's very much a quick look, I suppose, into the concept for this world of Gozo. And then looking over then into the next one, I hinted at possible collaborations in the in the week to come, which as this video goes out does mean I will be starting it tomorrow. That one is very much not within the Nexus. I know it seems to include that. To include that now near the start of the video is kind of weird. However, I want to go into that one first because that's the thing that's going to be coming out the soonest. I mean, it makes sense. So there's this collaboration. I've got to know many interesting Minecraft builders over the past of these month or two at this point. And they are all amazing people. It will annoy me if that potato is not with the others. They are all amazing people with amazing build styles, and I can't wait to start working on the world with them. It's not within the Nexus, of course. I'm not going to claim any ownership of that. It's not my idea, my design. But it will allow me to maybe grow the channel a bit more, find a few more new viewers, get to know a lot more people, and make some good connections for the future, as we might be able to work with people or characters in our stories and in our worlds. So it's definitely going to be a fun time for the channel after that starts. And I can't wait to see what that happens or what it leads to, not just for me, but for everyone else, with all the new friends we're going to make, and just to see everything we've built. So that's that one. That collaboration, this series is going to be called The Backyard. I think it's okay to mention that name at this point. It is less than 12 hours before we all will be in game. So I think it's okay to mention it at this point. And that's that one. That's The Backyard. Which would then lead us to Perditus. Perditus. I will say it's one of the more recent ideas I've had, and I honestly have to think. No, I do not. I do not have to think. I have to thank Mr. Billy Rants, and I'm going to include a link to his channel down below. He is an amazing guy, and I love his builds. He's so kind, so chill, and despite what he will tell you, he is a very good builder. I have always enjoyed watching his builds and his videos, so please do check out his channel. But the collaboration with him was kind of unexpected. I managed to catch one of his live streams a few months back at this point, and we were just talking in chat. We kind of knew each other anyway, as we both followed each other, and we were just talking, and actually Billy was the one who mentioned he would love to make a story or something in Minecraft, because, you know, that's what this channel is. I want it to be, to show that Minecraft isn't just about building. You can make these connections and interesting stories for people to enjoy and experience as time goes on. And he mentioned that, and I kind of, you know, mentioned what I do, mentioned that I have this whole universal concept of connected world and stories. And, you know, we started talking on Discord, and this whole story kind of formed. We're still working on some bits of it, but we are definitely excited. We're currently working on it right now, getting some background work done so we can get resources and build up the story. And that one will be kind of different to the others, in that one will be kind of, well, not role-playing, but we will be recording as characters in a story. We won't be doing that the whole time, of course. There will be parts where we are ourselves and we are building up parts of the world, but they're not going to be things that progress the story for the character. The character themselves, because they are a builder, of course. They are a builder with the knowledge. I won't say where they have come from, but I will say it is not from the land, not from the world of Perditus. They are not native to this world. But they are a builder from where they came from. And let me just sleep. Hello, Mr. Andy. Oh, of course I can't sleep here. Now, yes, so they are builders from where the place they come from, and so they will get the chance to build their own places and, you know, renovate places as well as they go and make connections with other characters. But we will use you know, we will build as ourselves with our, you know, good armor, set up some auto farms so we can build the places of interest that these characters are going to build. So you will get to see, I suppose you will get to see two styles within that series. You get to see us building the places of interest and all of the auto farms, which we will hide away in the world so we can build the places of interest. You know, we will be adding more as the seasons go, working in from season 1 to 2, and the world expands. And we do want to invite other people at a later date once we have a story, a more concrete story. But yes, so for that one, there will be an element of we are the characters of that story, and also be an aspect of we are also ourselves setting up the world. So it will definitely be an interesting challenge to see how both of those, you know, work together. And like I said, we've already worked on a lot of stuff. We have a lot of the farms and things already set up to get the resources coming in that we want. And I would probably say out of all the projects that are to come or are being worked on, that is the one I am the most excited about right now, because it's something new, something exciting. Of course, that's always fun. But don't worry, Gozo's never going to go away. And I am going to talk later about the release schedules I want to do for all of these series, because they are a lot. And of course, don't think, oh my gosh, this guy's gone crazy, he's releasing a video every day. Like, what I'm going to talk about, it's an ideal schedule of things I would want to release. But of course, we are a small channel, we still have a day job. So take it with a pinch of salt. It's what I want to work towards with you guys as we expand on all of these places and worlds. So I guess the other ones I mentioned in the short, there was the world of the Trinity. And I also suppose I want to say that all of these worlds, I have taken the concepts from Minecraft. You know, we have the overworld, we have the nether, we have the end, we have endermen and zombies and skeletons. I've tried to find ways to... Broke the farm again. I've tried to find ways to incorporate those aspects, you know, change them a little. We don't want it to just be, this is just a Minecraft story. I want it to be its own world, separate to anything else. But of course, because all of these are being built in Minecraft, I have been trying to find ways to make each one unique, whilst taking the concepts of, you know, the 3 different realms and the resources available and the mobs that are also in game. And for the Trinity, well, let's be honest about the Trinity. We kind of did start it, didn't we? There was that video I had many months ago. That video was going to be a Let's Play series, and we did the one video, and unfortunately I never quite managed to get back to it, which is a shame. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad I held out, because I'm now in a position where I'm ready to bring all of this together. And you know, because I held out, I've been able to... What happened here? Is this the... We have no soil for here. Well, let's just ignore it, shall we? We're never gonna see it. It's hidden away. But yes, we started that series. I never got back into it, but like I said, I'm glad that it ended up being put on hold. I've made this video now explaining what I want our channel to be, what the Nexus is, and I feel that I will start it again. The same seed, the same map. And I want to reset up where I was. But I feel like jumping back in after it's been so long would feel kind of weird. So when I bring that episode out again, it's not going to be a repeat. I will set up and collect everything I got before, but I will also make the starter home and like, be able to go into a bit more detail on what this whole thing is going to entail. And that one is, like I've said, it's going to be a Let's Play style. You know, there are going to be no long play elements to it. I also don't feel like I'm ever going to stream that one. The streams right now are only going to be the long plays and also the backyard server. You know, I feel like streams on that are going to be a lot of fun, a lot of interaction with the other players, seeing what they're building and also working together to build our own stuff. So definitely streams for that are going to be very welcome. They're gonna make me very happy, and I honestly think they're gonna be a blast for you guys to watch and for me to play with them. So that would be the world of the Trinity. And you know, like I've said, Minecraft has 3 realms. That's kind of why I ended up using the name of the Trinity. There is more of a meaning behind it, of course. And the only hint I'm going to give you right now is the Trinity isn't actually the name of the, let's say, planet. Of the planet that this story is unfolding on. And there will be kind of some hints on that world, on the ancient histories of the universe as a whole. I want to use that as well to harken back to some of the links of how the worlds are connected with old remnants from when the worlds were connected and they traveled between them and they traded and talked and communicated. So, well, I suppose it's safe to say that these worlds will never disappear. They will keep on growing and expanding. We won't do what other people do with their series. When it comes to an end, they close up the world, they say goodbye and they find a new seed. I don't want to do that with these. I want to keep these worlds forever. Every update will allow us to use more blocks and we can revisit the old places, see our old build styles and just see how things change. And as the worlds build and we make kingdoms, there's bound to be different cultures, so we can play with different styles even though it's the same world. And going on from that means for certain ones like the Trinity, and I want to do it as every season we will build up a place and we will finish that season with the story and the history of the area we've built. I do like that idea. The place I have is very interesting. I mean, there's an ancient city under where I'm setting up, so I'm trying, well, I have devised a story surrounding that concept, you know, making it my own and fitting it into my universe. And that will be season 1 of the Trinity. But when you go into season 2, for that to keep it interesting, I do wish to retire my armor, retire my tools, all of the items we've collected, all of the farms we have built. They will not be touched again. And let's just say I'm going to build a giant monument, which does link to the world and the ancient histories of the Nexus, when all of the worlds were still connected, and I will use that as the place for storing our gear and our items at the end of each season. And I think it's going to be really cool to build that up at the end of season 1. That probably will take a lot of auto farms that I might build off camera, because I will probably make an episode just to building the giant monument at the end of the series, and probably give its own lore and story too. But very much for the Trinity, I do want to have it as a seasonal thing with us retiring our gear and our armor. So that's 4 projects down. Gozo, the backyard. What did we do? Oh, we do have carrots, okay. Gozo, the backyard, Perditus with Billy Rants, and then the Trinity. The 5th concept. So there's gonna be 7 things total today I want to talk about. The 5th one is the one I've written the most about. This is going to be the world of Caminus. This was one of the original fully fledged, fully thought out stories I had for building in Minecraft. And it's a world where, you know, the ancient builders, there's always been that theory of ancient builders in Minecraft. So I wanted to use that concept. A world of ancient builders, and I want to use that world to really go all out in pushing my building capabilities. I want to build giant cities and monuments to the past and really make it a magical and fantastical place. And that one, the scheduling for that one's going to be kind of different, I think. I envisioned for that one creating like one video where I do a voiceover talking about everything I've built. I want to build the whole chapter in one go, whether it be a section of a city, a whole town, or the area where the prologue of the story will be. Yes, I know you're listening very intently. Thank you, villager. So again, I'm wanting to use these series and do each one slightly different in their build style and their editing style and how I show it. So, you know, we have the long play, we have the let's play, and now we have one where it's kind of, here is, you know, I built a village and you get the story instantly. So those ones, honestly, these windows look, you almost can't see them. It's very bizarre, but I kind of like it. I do like it. So yes, you get different series and different styles, and honestly, I'm just getting so excited talking about it. I'm kind of forgetting where I was going with this. Please bear with my brain 1 minute. Yes, the scheduling for this. So I do believe, because this one is going to be so expansive with the buildings, we probably would do them once a month, if that, if we can. I don't want to rush those builds. I feel that that is a series where perhaps even they come out when they're ready. I want to do justice to them. I want to make a very good story. And, you know, giving myself deadlines for the concept when I'm trying to build entire villages or cities or even monuments, I don't think it would be fun and enjoyable to force the builds to be so quick. So again, that one, a very different schedule, but also a very different type of video style. So it gives you more to experience and enjoy. Oh, I just remembered, because we have now updated to 1.20.4. Pots now stack. We can save so much space. And we can put items in the pots now. Can't we? Can we? Yes, we can. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for that update, Minecraft. Number 6 is an interesting one. I have no logo to put on the screen for this one because it's still a concept in my head. And it's a concept that I want to, it's something I want to do when we grow. You know, when we grow as a channel. Yeah, it's a concept I wish to do as the channel grows, because I would love to have a world where, please take this. I would love to have a world where you guys get to build it with me. You know, have a potentially an online server, a server where we can all come together and we can all slowly build up the world. We can vote on what to build, what styles we build in, because the concept for that one as well is a world that is kind of stuck, like I am right now, kind of stuck in a problem with time. So we can have different areas. They can be modern, futuristic, ancient, steampunk, all of that we can do, because the world, the time is broken in that world. And I need to break some barrels because I don't want you to be fishermen. So that will allow us to figure out new and interesting ways to make content and make stories together. And I really love the idea. That world I always envisioned calling the Cradle. I really like the name of that, and it kind of makes sense. The monument idea I had for it is kind of cool, and I feel that that would be the build we have at spawn. Please take these workspaces, Mr. Villages, I implore you. But that is the concept I had for the future online server that I would love to have with everyone. I think it would be very cool. And I don't want this video to drag on too much. You know, I feel that it's a big info dump, but you know, I really do want to just talk about the plans for this channel while I am stuck, because thank you. Boom, boom. So this leads us to the final one, and that is what happened to the how-to series that I started 3 videos in, and then it went the way of the dodo. So I will admit, I really loved that series. It was so much fun to do. It was something new. It was interesting. But as I kind of started deciding, I did want to, you know what, we'll do these guys later. Let's just let's lock this guy in a bit better. So the last one, what happened to that series? Like I said, I had a lot of fun making it. I had a lot of research done. I still have of all the future episodes. It was going to be a very interesting and fun time. But after I started thinking, I want to get this channel where I always envisioned it, I kind of decided that it's probably best to stop it. If I do ever come back to it, I might at some point. Right now, I think it just makes more sense to concentrate on the new series. So it's going away for now. If it does come back, it would be as a new series, you know, a good chunk of time down the line when all our other projects have started, and you know, if some have come to an end or the others have, you know, they've gotten to a nice steady speed, and I've, you know, finding the time to do something new. Oh my god, so many stone hoes, but I really want to see what these guys are going to give me. Basically it was unfortunate. I did have a lot of fun with it. I did get a lot of good feedback as well, and it did gain us a good number of new subscribers. I feel for now, it just makes more sense to focus on Project Nexus. And so that is what we are going to do. And you still haven't taken it, have you? But with that, I suppose, well, for the outro, let's have our lovely little pink cherry blossom inspired skin. And with that, I do think that that's pretty much everything I want to cover. I haven't gone over the schedules though. So as usual, we're gonna have the streams, Sunday stream for the long play, and with backyard starting, I think I'll do streams on Saturdays when I can for the backyard, and the long play videos will still come out once a week. I want to try and do a backyard video once a week, and when the other projects do start, like I said, Caminus is very much gonna be as and when they're done. I want to do them well. And the others, I want to say bi-weekly right now. It does give me enough time to properly work on them. But of course, like I've said, these are ideal situations. With a full-time job, and as you know, as people know, it takes a lot of time to record and edit things. So like I said, take it all with a pinch of salt, but Caminus will be as and when. The Trinity and Perditus will be bi-weekly. But of course it might change. I will always let you know if it changes. And yes, that is it, I think. And with a giant stack of bricks now. Oh, it's villager trading, so good. Although I do have to set up a library at some point. And now we're in 1.20.4. They changed all the librarian mechanics for getting the enchanting book, so I'm slightly losing my mind. But with that, I think I've covered enough of what I want to talk about with you guys today. So if you have listened until this, you know, this far, thank you so much. I will put links, like I said, to Billy Rance's channel. And I will put links to the other YouTube channel I have for the other, you know, content relating to this universe we're gonna build. And I hope you I do hope you stick around. I am very much looking forward to where this channel goes in the course of this next year with all of these new stories and ideas. So thank you to those who's been with me from the start and who've come along, you know, for the streams, all the OG members. We got Noah, we got Chrissy, we got Anthony. Thank you all for everything so far, and I just hope we have a great year. So that's everything for me for now, and I guess I'll see you soon and speak to you all soon. Bye for now.